Morning guys, Mike from Lake Ontario Firewood. Welcome back to the channel. It's been a little while since I've done a video. As most of you know, I had a pretty, they call it a major surgery 2 weeks ago yesterday, and I went to my follow-up appointments yesterday and they cleared me to do some light duty work, so that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to split today for a little bit. Figured I'd bring you guys along for the ride. Today I'm using the Kinetic K22. It is Predator powered. Gonna work on camp wood today, bag wood, bundle wood, small stuff. Enjoy the show. It's not gonna be a long one. Sorry for the noise. All the naysayers about these little Kinetics. Got this thing last year from Rush. I kind of got a love-hate relationship with it. When I first got it, it didn't do near what I wanted it to. It wasn't splitting very good. The gear would lock up on the pinion. After a couple of adjustments, I got that taken care of. So now it splits very well for what I need. I'm going to call this the little splitter that could. I got the county line hydraulic over on the other side of the woodyard. I'll use that for the big nasty stuff. But this right here, this is going to be my bundle wood maker. Looks like she might start picking up a little earlier than we thought, a little earlier than last year. I've had to fill the wood stand several times recently in the last week. Seems like people are starting to get the itch to have some fires outside now that the weather finally broke. Speaking of which, can you believe that 2 days ago they were 3 inches of snow out here? Now they're saying the high today is going to be almost 70. Today'd be a great day to come out here and get some of this done. You're either going to come apart or I'm going to burn you in the... There's a lot of channels out there say you gotta have a vertical to do bundle with the camp wood. I disagree. If you know where you're putting your wood on the ledge, you can make just as good wood with a splitter as you can with a horizontal splitter as you can vertical. Don't get me wrong, would I love to have a horizontal? Absolutely. Or vertical. Split fire makes a nice machine. The Easton made Axis is a wonderful splitter. It's not in my budget. struggles a little bit on knots, not horrible. Depends on how bad the knot is. Before I'm done with this short little video, grab a big round and throw it up here just to prove the ability of this little machine. Like I said, you get it dialed in. I had to tighten up the belt a little bit. The belt was slipping. But it's very capable. That's one thing I do like about it. There's the only ones it really doesn't like are the really ugly, nasty, knotty crotches, crap like that. But that's with any splitter, so. Sorry if you're getting a lot of wind noise. Wasn't this windy 20 minutes ago. One way I am fortunate though is because of where I live on the southeast shore of Lake Ontario. You can look it up on the map. I'm in a city called Oswego. I'm actually on the east side of Oswego. It is always windy on this end of the lake. I know a lot of you guys, well not a lot, but I know several of you guys live out on the west side of the state over towards Buffalo, down that direction. You guys get the winds off of Erie. It's kind of nice living within 3 miles of the lake. nasty, crotchy piece. I don't know what kind of wood that is, but it absolutely stinks. Oh, that one might have been a little much for me right now. Oh, what do you guys think of my homemade grizzly bars? Got to put a couple more blocks under the front of that so I can keep it elevated a little more. Again, I apologize for the noise coming off of the engine. Predators are not known for being quiet. I did talk to Russ a couple of months ago. Just kind of a middle of winter harebrained idea. I was considering converting the Kinetic into a vertical. It wouldn't be too hard to do. Just some linkage and remounting the engine on a plate. But even though it looks like you can fly through wood with this thing, it's dangerous. I shouldn't be putting my fingers down as close as I am. But I'm, typical guy. I do what I want. I tend to be as careless as I want to be, but as safe as I do it. As safe as I can do it. Piece of bark under it. Yep, right there. I don't know if I mentioned it. Sorry for turning my back to you guys. I got a trailer full of rounds that I really want to get unloaded today. Video production. I've been trying to make videos. I started using a iPhone 14. It's a Pro Max for videos. For my first, I don't know, 6 or 7 videos I made was GoPro that I got from Heath and Rachel at a Hardworking Man and Hardworking Woman. I used the GoPro I bought from him, set of mics I bought from him. That seemed to work okay, but I couldn't get the video quality figured out. Then I got this iPhone given to me from a very good friend of ours. It's got a great camera, but I'm having a heck of a time getting it to save in the video format that I need for my editing software. So this is going to be a trial. I tried a couple of different things. I worked on a couple of short form videos that I didn't edit, or that I didn't publish, basically because it was just me talking. So we're going to try this today. And still technically being in recovery, I can't do this for more than 20-25 minutes before I start getting tired. Have to go sit down, drink some water, some Gatorade. Well, sugar-free Gatorade. This one's got a couple of good knots in it. What I'll do is I'll split this down, I'll load this trailer up, take a break for a little bit, stack it, come out and do it again. Rinse, lather, repeat, you know. Gotta admit, I wish I lived a little further down south. Jason from Yadkin Valley Outdoors is having his fellowship this weekend. I really wish I could be there, but not in the cards. I'm hoping to make Boonville this year. Well, I know I'm going to make Boonville. I'm hoping to make Bunyan again. That was a good time down there with those guys. Some really, really nice folks down there. A lot of the local not local, but a lot of the channels everybody knows. I am happy to have good splitting wood. We normally don't get a lot of that really stringy, nasty crap here. My log buyer, I told him, I'll take every stick of ash you can bring me. Maple, He's brought me some hickory in the past. Not a lot, a couple sticks here and there. He's going to a new track sometime in the immediate future. He's dealing with some health issues himself, so he's not been in the woods yet since the snow went away. Says there's a lot of cherry, and after talking to him for a couple hours, I end up throwing more over the side of the trailer. Where his log yard is, he's actually quite a distance away from where he's cutting. So he says he wants to fill my yard. It says he'll probably bring me 6 or 8 loads. He doesn't have a triaxle. He's got a big, I'd call it a chip truck. Big box truck with a grapple right behind the cab. I had a video of him unloading this load here, but I couldn't get it to edit. And I fought with it, so I just said to hell with it and strapped it. See if I can lift up one of those big rounds. I'm supposed to be on a 15-pound weight restriction, but typical guy, I don't listen. It's not one of the biggest rounds here. As you can see over there, I've got some 30, 34-inch ash logs. Not looking forward to those. Not his favorite thing to do, but it will struggle through the big wood. I don't know what this is. This is about the stringiest wood I get. Hey Britt, if you're watching this, what is this? I have no clue. I will never try to identify wood. I know what a cherry looks like. I know what an ash looks like. Doesn't smell bad. thanks for coming along on this little mess of a video. As I said, I'm trying to do a little bit better about learning how to edit these things. Piece of sawdust in my eye hanging on. I want to be a little more relevant to YouTube. Starting to pick up a few subscribers here and there. I'm finally up to, I think, 103 as of last week. I don't keep a real good track. I just get notifications. Again, thanks for coming along. The DR K22. Maybe someday I'll have a big boy splitter. I've been in the talks with a new friend of mine that lives down in Jersey, Tom Del Casal. He's got a Timberwolf TW6, one of the original, the OGs. I think he said it was 2001 made. In talks with him, trying to figure out how I can make this happen. It's a nice little splitter. I'd love to have it here in the yard. Yeah, because it would beat the crap out of this. All right, guys. Thanks. Like, follow, subscribe, share the video. We'll catch you on the next one. Be safe.